Hey guys, it's Tim from the Hybrid Network, and welcome to a brand new review of the first issue of the much anticipated Boom Studio Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series written by Kyle Higgins, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 0. This series takes place immediately after the events of the Green with Evil arc, if you're a fan of the series, where Tommy has just joined up with the team. In fact, this issue is his first day back at school after having officially joined the team. And Tommy is shown having a hard time adjusting to both being on a team and adjusting back to his normal life after having been taken control of by Rita in that previous arc. He keeps having what seems to be visions of Rita telling him that he's not good enough to be on the team or attempting him to be evil again. And it's not clear right now if Rita's doing that herself, or if this is just his mind playing tricks on him and just his guilty conscience, but I look forward to seeing how that pans out in the future, cause it is a fairly interesting direction to take it. And that's all blended in with a fairly typical Power Rangers-esque story from that period. There's something going on at school at the time, nothing major, but just something's going on, and then Rita sends down a monster for them to fight. Though, surprisingly, she sends it down at giant size instead of at normal size first. So that's all well and good, but I'm sure that all of you are wondering what the true heroes of Power Rangers are doing during all of this. And while they're not in the main story, it seems like they're going to be having their own ongoing backup story at the end of each issue. And I'm of course talking about the ongoing adventures of Bulk and Skull. So that's all there for you, so you don't have to worry about it. So all in all, I'd say that I like this comic quite a bit, though there are issues with it. Not a lot happens in the comic, which is probably the biggest thing story-wise, but it does seem to be going in the right direction with the story. It's at least interesting for what they have, though because of the limited time, we don't really spend a lot of time with the characters, so it's not fully clear if they're true to what they're like, but it seems to be going in that direction. And while the art itself is fairly solid, it looks good in motion at the very least, and it seems to be going with this more modern look to the characters, especially since they're setting it in a more modern setting with cell phones and whatnot. But probably the biggest problem with the art that I have is that the characters only superficially look like what the characters from the series actually looked like. Which likely means that they either didn't ask to use the actors' likenesses or weren't approved to use them for whatever reason, so not really much you can do on that there, but the person who probably gets it the worst is Jason, who looks almost nothing like what he looked like in the original series. I don't even think they got his hair color right. But even with that, it's serviceable enough. You can clearly tell who each person is supposed to be. They're still color coordinated, so it's not like you're going to be confused as to what character is which. All in all, I give the first issue of this series, or the 0th issue of this series, a solid 8 out of 10. It does have a very solid start to it, but there's not enough there to push it beyond that score. But hopefully we can get more from this series in the future. But until next time, this has been Tim from the Hybrid Network, signing out.